My name is Ryan Field. I'm a Senior Optical Systems Engineer here at Starfish Medical, and I'm going to talk today about design for prototyping and design for manufacturing. Prototyping and design for manufacture are both important parts of the design of optical medical devices, where prototyping is focused on ensuring that the critical optical performance can be met. Design for manufacture is focused on reducing material and assembly costs per successful unit and ensuring that we're building a device that will have sufficient reliability and stability in the field. When we're prototyping, we can spend a lot of time tweaking in order to get the best optical performance. Small variations can be important when we're working on optical devices. And to this end, we might, for example, build some adjusters into a benchtop system so that we can optimize different parameters on the fly. Also, when we're prototyping, system stability is usually not that important because we don't generally need to maintain performance over long periods of time and in different environmental conditions. Additionally, the cost of components is usually not that important because some components can be potentially eliminated when we go to the final device, and we can also look at reducing costs, for example, by doing volume purchases of components. On the other hand, when we're designing for manufacture, we want to design in such a way that our assembly can meet the performance requirements with a minimal of adjustments. So that means doing our optomechanical design in such a way that we're using appropriate mounting schemes and tolerances to ensure that there's just not going to be a lot of adjustment needed in order to bring things into a working state. And we want to include as few adjustments as possible in the design because this reduces the amount of time that is required for training assembly personnel, the amount of time required for assembly, and ultimately also increases the device's stability. It's also important during design for manufacture to ensure that our optomechanical design will have appropriate stability against environmental considerations such as vibration and temperature changes. It's also important when designing for manufacturing to reduce the cost of components, which can be done by removing unnecessary components that may have just been necessary during the testing phase, substituting expensive components with less expensive ones where possible without deteriorating the performance, or reducing costs by ordering components in volume. In general, both prototyping and design for manufacture reduce costs, whereas prototyping reduces the total project cost by ensuring that problems can be identified and addressed before expensive detailed design happens. Design for manufacturing reduces the per unit cost of the assembled device by reducing the cost of components and reducing the time and cost of assembly. To read more about optical medical device design, check out my blogs on starfishmedical.com.